Yo, my people, what's going on? What's going on, guys? All right, today we're gonna be doing a back testing session. All right, gonna be back testing London pre-market on gold and NQ. Gonna be using FX replay, guys. We're gonna jump into a new session. Let's call this 2026 liquidity 2 plus or okay. So let's find gold. Hold on, guys. And then for the SMT, we use silver for gold. Now it's 100. And then the ES, or the S&P 500. All right, let's do the month of November, guys. November, start of the day and ending in end of November. All right. All right. Does that save? Oh, okay. I'm gonna set this. Start of November. Until the end of November. All right, we're going to be simulating a prop firm challenge here. Okay, profit target 10%. Max daily loss, I'll set to 1K, which is 4% on a 25K. I'm just doing 25K because that's the challenge that I normally buy from prop firms. Guys, max total loss 10%, 2.5K per session. All right, let's get into it, guys. So yeah, we're going to be trading London pre-market and also New York pre-market, just because I trade pre-market, just because, guys, I also have a full-time job, so these are the times that I can trade. So I really have to be picky with the trades I take, so to make sure I get good quality trades. So where are we at right now? Okay, let's mark out my sessions for this day first. 7 a.m. until 8:30 is session number 1, and let's quickly go to that. Flipping hell, why is it so skewed? Why is it so slow and laggy? I definitely clicked way too much. Check it out. Okay. One more. All right, perfect. So we are at, we're at 7 a.m. So I don't know why this moved. The hell? All right, can this please disappear? Okay. Our session is from now until 8:30. And let's mark it on NAS as well. 7 a.m. until 8:30. Cool. So let's just go through the bias and draws on liquidity on a higher time frame for both, guys. So yeah, I trade gold and NQ just because the movements are quite nice, and most people trade NQ only, but I trade gold just because I've been trading gold for a while, and I'm just gonna trade it until it doesn't work out for me, or if it does, then yeah, just gonna keep on trading it. All right, so for our, let's go from the daily. So on the daily, we just finished this big range up throughout August to October, and then we started to push down here. We went into this, we tapped into this daily fair value gap here, and then we start to respect that fair value gap and move straight up. So on the daily, we have, I think, the draws on liquidity are this trend line liquidity over here, the relative equal lows for the daily. And we also need to, we are in this bearish, actually we're in this daily bearish fair value gap. Okay, so keep in mind, if we're gonna respect that or not on the higher time frame. Yeah, so prices tried multiple times. One, two, three. Tried to break past this zone 3 times and it failed. Let's see. So the 4 hour. So in terms of this session, I think the bullish draw on liquidity would be this high after this relative equal high, and also this these equal highs as well here actually. Okay. In terms of silver, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. We are in this high time frame SMT with silver here, guys. Which means, yeah, I think gold is weaker at the moment against silver, and we also created this 4 hour fair value gap. Okay. All right. So right now, I guess the bias is I'll say it's just because of this really nice draw on liquidity over here. The equal high is bullish, and we just created a fair value gap. We swept these low, and then yeah, we failed to sweep this low as well, same as silver, and then sweep again, and then we move up on the 4 hour anyways. On the 1 hour, we have just inversed this 1 hour fair value gap. So this actually we have just inversed this. We've actually inversed two. So there's one 1 hour inverse fair value gap over here, and another inverse fair value gap over here. So I guess yeah, I think that just goes to show that the draw on liquidity is actually higher, but we still we still want price to manipulate lower before we go higher, as that is what our model is. All right, 15 minute reversal points. So guys, my model is I wait for a it's quite simple. It's just liquidity sweep at a reversal point, so that can be session lows, equal lows, and then we enter off of either inverse or a fair value gap entry, or when it looks right, rejection block as well. Okay, oops. So yeah, so we've inversed 1 and 2 fair value gaps on the high time frame, and on the 15-minute as well, we are at this bullish fair value gap. So yeah, I think the bias is definitely bullish at the moment for NQ. I mean, not NQ, gold. And our key interest here is for the draw on liquidity. I think I'll just make it this high. And reversal point, I want price to sweep this low before, just because that is I like reversal points when it is inside a fair value gap as well. Okay, so that's the bias. That's how the bias on gold. Let's move on to NQ and ES, guys. And let's break down the high time frame really quickly so we don't take up too much time. Okay, so yeah, we're similar to gold. We've been bullish and we're basically just going down. We had a 4 hour change state here. No obvious SMT on the high time frame. Actually, yes. Okay, we have a SMT here, so more buyers on Nasdaq compared to ES, because NQ did not take this low, but ES did, and we are also respecting this bullish fair value gap here on the 4 hour as well. Yeah, and we're also we have bearish fair value gap. Hold on, so fair value gap here and a bearish one over here that we need to keep in mind. And actually, yeah, so this is actually high probability draw on liquidity over here. All right. So in terms of 4-hour is bullish. All right, 4-hour bullish. 4 hours, it's kind of neutral to be honest, because we had this change of state over here, but then we're also respecting a major 4-hour fair value gap with a bullish SMT as well. So I think let's drop down to the 1 hour, see what it's saying. So inverse fair value gap on the 1 hour with the inverse this fair value gap on the 1 hour here, and then also with the bullish fair value gap here, and this bullish fair value gap over here. Okay, draw on liquidity, relative equal highs and imbalance under 1 hour here as well, and possibly this high as well. And in terms of lows being swapped, kind of unclear on the 1 hour, but there's always sort of this was a market open gap that price can manipulate to before it goes up higher, or also this low here potentially, but I doubt that price is going to reach that far in our session. All right, so all right, I think that's the breakdown for Nasdaq. So I just realized it's it's pretty much impossible for me to trade both pairs in this backtest. So I guess we'll focus on gold. Focus on gold first, and silver right here, and then we'll kind of just look back at NQ after this session is finished. You can kind of read price action on Nasdaq on this hour. So let's go down to the 5-minute, and price kind of consolidating. Okay, big move up. Okay, so let's see with this price. So we had a fast SMT form here, bullish SMT for gold, and bullish SMT at the lows here as well. And we swept minor 5-minute sell side over here. And are we in a zone? Are we in a, we're kind of in this sort of fair value gap over here, and also we've inversed all of this selling power from previous New York session. Not a key liquidity sweep, but this inverse fair value gap over here is actually quite kind of nice. So I might take a trade here, I think. Just because we've closed quite far into this bearish fair value gap and invested it quite far with pretty decent displacement. So you know what, let me play one more candle. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna just take a trade and manage it, see how it goes. Let's do this low as the stop loss and target these highs. Again, this is not a 100% good quality A plus setup because of this liquidity sweep. I don't really like this liquidity sweep. On the 1 minute, however, okay, let's see. Let's play out. Let's place this trade. Buy market risk 1%, 1 to 3. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we've clearly taken out this high, and we've got a 1 minute fair value gap here in profit right now. All right, so now I'm gonna be moving my stops to this low here. Now we are risk free. All right, so that was a break-even trade on gold. All right, so looking back at it, price moved down. Oops. Price moved down. Swept Asia high and then straightaway inversed. Inverse this fair value gap. So, all right. So our narrative originally was to buy. I wonder if there was narrative to go lower that we completely missed here. On the 4 hour, we are good to the bullish fair value gap, but on the 1 hour, we had to change the state, and we were expecting this inverse fair value gap here. And on the 15-minute, okay, yeah. So one thing to note is that in Asia session, if we finish, if we give a clear range after Asia session, that's like it's quite high probability reversals there. As you guys can see, after Asia session, we ended up. This is the Asia session, and we ended up at the top of the range, which means that more often than not, when London session pre-market opens, it can generally rebalance first before continuing in the same direction. Arguably, I mean, no, I think our narrative, I mean, in terms of narrative, I guess, yes, we were looking for buys, but it could actually, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of these lows as draws on liquidity here as well. So I think our bias could have been, yeah, we could have waited for that sell setup there actually and changed our bias around after the sweep of liquidity. We swept. Yeah, this is actually nice. So bullish. So this is bearish. Yeah, I mean we swept these highs from New York, previous New York, and then we delivered down on the 5 minute. Okay, I think post trade there we should have waited for this high probability reversal point to be swept and then waited for the sell position, possibly because here we've inversed this fair value gap on the 1 minute, went back down and then invest again, and I would have entered actually over here and like maybe aim at these lows. Would that even play out? No, it wouldn't have. Okay. No, it wouldn't have because we've already created SMT. All right, so that's gold. Missed one trade in gold, but happens, guys. We're always learning, you know, we're always learning with trading. And Q. So our session started at 7 a.m. over here and ended here. And as we expected, price went into this market open gap, which, if you guys don't know, market open gap is one of the strongest draws on liquidity. So price went swept internal lows and this low here. Swap this low and then swap the internal low after. And in terms of bias, it was it bullish as well, or yeah? So it was bullish. We were wanting for price to like go into this imbalance maybe, because we had these equal highs. What happened in the 15 minute? Yeah, went into this gap, and then wow, price again with NQ as well, guys. So we ended at the bottom of the range, and look what happened. What happened? Price reversed like pretty much instantly, and you guys, that happened with gold as well. Not as far obviously, but that's like the point is that we end Asia session and straight away we sweep highs here, and then we go back down, same as NQ, but NQ went the whole range right towards Asia high, so from Asia low to Asia high, which is it's pretty nice, to be honest. All right, in terms of the potential trades, guys, so we swept these internal lows on 1 minute. After sweeping internal lows, this fair value gap gets inversed. Move here. And after this inversion, I would have taken my trade here at these lows. Oh, wrong. Here at these lows, and 2R plus draw on liquidity. So anything that's closer to 2R, which is this. And I would have caught a 2.15R, which is nice. But this is hindsight, and probably maybe I would have read this, maybe not. But that's the first. That's for the 3rd of November, Monday, 3rd of November, 2025. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There'll be more backtest sessions coming soon. I know this is like my first ever backtest session I recorded, but there's gonna be more. And I think next time I'm just gonna do one pair for that video, and maybe do multiple sessions, or maybe for the week. But it's gonna be a long video. Maybe I talk too much. I don't know if I talk too much, guys. Let me know in the comments if I talk too much. But yeah, okay. See you guys next time. Peace.